Hi everybody. Along with therapy, along with counseling, and along with healing pain, I use the art of tarot to get an underlying feel for the energies around us. We're all energetically connected, some of us more than others. There is the theory of quantum entanglement. The closer you are with someone, the more their lives will affect your own. So because in a broader scheme, we are all energetically connected, doing a collective reading will kind of give us an undercurrent. Now, everyone's situation will be different. Everyone's situation is going to have a unique tone to it. But again, we're talking about an energy feeling of what's going on through the ethers. So I usually do recent past. Now that again is subjective. Time is not the clock on the wall. That's how we keep time. Time is fluid. So whenever this occurrence resonates with you, then that's where you're starting your timeline at. So a recent past, present, and near future. What energies are coming in to help? What is coming in to teach? And what is the overall message here? So I've pre-shuffled my deck. I'm using Mystic Mondays, and I will clarify with the Rider-Waite. So let's get into it. Please show me. Thank you. All right. Great. Okay. That's wonderful. Your future, please. Your future, please. Your future, please. Oh, too many, honey. Your future, please. One card, please. Okay. No, that is about 50 cards, and I'm not taking. There we go. Thank you. Still more than I wanted to take, but that's okay. 5 cards is all right. All right. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay. Now, while I was shuffling the deck, the Devil card kept appearing. Now, the Devil card represents toxicities. It doesn't necessarily mean the devil's coming to get you. I personally don't believe in an ultimate evil. However, it does mean that there are toxic situations around you, and that needs to be dealt with. Okay, and overall, please, here. Thank you. All right. Wonderful. So yes, coming through a period of feeling on the bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, and this is about balance. This is about finding balance, and I'm seeing this theme throughout the reading here. Needing to find balance, the stability. Where do you feel the most enlightened? When do you feel the happiness? These are your internal, meters that say, this is good, this is bad. If it flows and you glow, then great. So you know what works for you. You know that this is making you feel fulfilled and happy. And you also know when you have to fight and resist and push and, when it's not so flowy. So can I clarify the sun, please? Sun in your recent past is, to me, it is the happiest card in the deck. So when I see the sun, it's like the sun comes out after the rain. It's feeling that burden lift. Clarify for the recent past, please. So whatever hardship you've come through, yes, or sneaky underhanded behavior that you have discovered and has shined, the light on, and that's what I'm seeing here, that you've kind of had an aha moment about something or someone that was less than, I don't know, kosher. Someone who's very sneaky, someone who's looking for an angle, kind of a con man type of a energy around that, and moving away from that, or someone who's trying to trap you in your words, someone who's looking for every opportunity to say ha ha, that very narcissistic unhealed energy. So coming through that. I don't like to focus too much on the past. I use it as a timeline. It kind of starts where your timeline comes. So coming out of that feeling that you are dealing with a toxic energy or a shady energy and moving into a place of stability. And that's where we are in the present situation. And the Emperor card comes up. And this is the ultimate feeling of, I got it. I am out of whatever shit was holding me back. Excuse me, I do curse. I try, to cover it back, but, I'm always channeling too. So my messenger is very blunt. But yeah, when you're in this energy of this Emperor now, you're feeling really strong. Like you finally are starting to see the forest for the trees, There we go. I could pull one more for the present, please. One more. Okay. That's a lot. Okay, well, I'll take them. Yeah, definitely coming into this, like you've manifested your destiny. This is what you're focusing on, doing those the visualizations of my best life. This is what I want. This is how I feel. This is what I'm drawn to. You have the tools and you know it. You also, for male or female, either could be dealing with a legal situation. Usually the Hierophant will represent that, or some of establishment. But it's also a sign of marriage and intuition. So again, that sign. We've got major arcana here. Almost every card that just popped out was major arcana. And that's a major life change. This is, it's amazing actually. So you've got the Messenger. First of all, you get the Emperor, clarifying the Magician, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune. This is that turn of the wheel. This is that cycle ending. This is that, okay, life is going to be up and down, but you don't stay down forever. There's a rebound. And if you do your work and you work on yourself and you're improving yourself and not bringing people down with you when you're in your low point, but trying to lift people up, there's blessings to be had. You're banking your money in heaven, and you will receive those blessings in the most unusual ways, but you will still see them. So keep your eyes open for those blessings. You have a brand new beginning, the Fool card. This is the first card in the Arcana. And I just want to explain the tarot. It is the Fool's journey through life. Starting out with no inhibitions, just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and having all of the wonderful experiences that life has to offer, and not having to incur any pain yet. So coming through a time of pain and then coming out as the Fool, it's like you're fresh, you're brand new, you're renewed. This Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is what you've been focused on. This is what you're working towards. This wish fulfillment. This is coming through. This is the present energy. So this is awesome. You might not feel this right now because, again, time is fluid, but this is what is working in the ethers, under the current. We are in a major abundance. You get the Emperor and the Empress. I'm also going to put a little thing too. A lot of soulmate connections are coming in. There are many different types of soul connections. We are drawn to those people, the people that have been in our lives, their souls have always been in our lives. And a lot of times, you feel very drawn to somebody because you have so much in common, so many similar thoughts and feelings. You just have that connection. And that couldn't be a soul connection. It probably is a soul past connection. There's also a higher level of soul connection that is not for everybody, and it depends on your ascension, and that is called the twin flame connection. And that literally is where your soul is like split and having two earthly experiences. And it's a choice, and you come together for a broader message, for a bigger message. And this represents that connection as well, the Empress and the Emperor showing up. But it's also, just so you know, there's no gender in tarot. So when you're embodying this abundant energy of this Empress, as well as this masculine, I got this energy of the Emperor, you're bringing your duality together. And that's amazing. And this is so, I'm so excited. For my tarot readers, you'll get this, but I try to make this accessible for anyone who's never even heard of tarot. I try to explain this in a therapeutic way to kind of give people, you know, a little bit extra information. What's kind of going around. So, in the future situation, there is a feeling of complete fulfillment in your emotional life. That balance that you're seeking in your emotions is coming through with this Queen of Cups. It's requiring you to be strong. And when do we need to be strong? When we feel struggles. So when you're feeling that strength, you have the tools. You know what to do. Use your brain up here. You control this thing. It's not just bobbing around in your head, coming up with bullshit. You control it. Control the negative thoughts. Control your inner monologue. It's your conversation with the universe. And understand that when you need to be strong, you will have the support that you need. You ask for it. And you believe that you will have the support. You're never alone. Because this is the cycle again. Here we had the world twice. That cycle of want, that cycle of lack, that cycle of not having enough or not being good enough. So that's ending. And we're all vibrating higher. And as we do that, you know, the people who have been working towards their own ascension, you know, they're lifting up, but they're also bringing other people with them just by being themselves, just by being an outgoing person, being a kind person, being a high vibrational person. You are spreading seeds to everyone around you. So that's that wheel. That's great. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so you've got this. There is a certain sense of, I wouldn't say cockiness, but assuredness in yourself. And self-love is important. It's so important. If you don't love you, how can you love somebody else? You're not going to be able to set your own boundaries for what you will handle, what you will not handle, without your own litmus test of what you will, you know, how you want to be treated. You know, and having that you know, Knight of Swords coming in with messages of inspiration, be ready to receive them. They're coming. And it's going to be fast movement. I mean, this is fire energy. So fast movement coming in. Could be from a Leo, could be from a fire sign, Aries, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But I'm trying not to read into personal on the messages. I will eventually start doing astrological readings in which I will break that down by sign, and we'll get into a little bit more of a personal reading. This is a more energetic reading. So I'm seeing this as just new opportunities coming your way. Be ready to receive them. And in order to receive things that come in spontaneously, very quickly, you really need to know yourself, because you don't want to sit there and juggle that in your head, you know? And I see this as a financial opportunity as well, something that is going to help you out financially. So we're seeing some good financial success on that, and I am going to clarify the future situation. Near future, please. You know my dog's in the background. Shh. Okay, yes, and yes. This is what I'm talking about. Not, you know, when you know, so the Five of Cups is a gentleman who's staring at these 3 cups that are spilt, and the loss that he doesn't have it anymore, but he just turns his head, he's got 2 cups there, and it's not seeing the bigger picture. It's not realizing that, yes, we've incurred losses, yes, there has been pain, yes, there are, you know, hard situations that we're working through, but there's always a benefit to that. You have to find that silver lining, whatever it might be. You know, and your mind is under your control. Your consciousness controls that. Do not let it run rampant. Make up scenarios that don't exist. You know, this man's sitting here crying over his spilt cups. He's still got 2 cups, you know. He's still got these things. And there's the victory. Once we're getting out of our own head, getting out of our own way, stop making blocks and obstacles for ourselves, victory arrives. And that is Swords energy, that's air energy, that is mental energy. Controlling those emotional, mental states to the point where you can actually functionally make sense of things. rationally, spiritually, however you want to do it. I walk in both worlds, so I can do it either way. But however it makes sense to you when you're dealing with your shadow work, when you're dealing with your pain, you know, you have to be able to process this, and you need time to do that. But making up false scenarios doesn't help you, it derails you. All right, so what's coming in to help you is the Queen of Swords. Now, this is this is you being in your power. This is you standing your ground, being firm in your beliefs, not letting other people's opinions sway you. You know, she has her sword, but it's not ready for battle. You know, she's not stabbing people, but she's definitely on the defensive of, you know, this is my path. This is my walk. And that's important. It's not about ego and like, you know, oh, you can't do this, whatever. You're not using that as a crutch. It's just that self-assurance that this is the right path for me. No one can live your life but you. Clarify this, Queen, please. Queen of Swords. Okay. That's a lot of cards. I'm actually going to ask for another selection. Oh. Can I please have 1, 2 cards? Thank you. That's better. I'm having me half the deck. So yes, this change is coming in quick, and a lot of us do not like quick change because it feels unsettling. Oh gosh, what's going on? I just thought the ground was firm yesterday. Now it's all mush. You know, now things are changing. But this is a good positive change where you're feeling like you got this. It's not a tower moment, and I'll discuss towers later in another time, but it's not that sudden change where your whole life just comes crashing down. It's a change that you can kind of feel coming. Okay? Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. You got the Queen of Cups twice. So this is, yes, you have control of your logic, you have control of your mind, you also have control of your emotions. You're still open, you're still giving, you're still there to help and support other people, but you are not being overwhelmed by your heart. Okay? 6 of Pentacles. This is the balance, finding that balance between heart and head, you know, that soul-body connection. This is where you're going to find the peace. And also in your collaborations, the people that are around you. I was talking about quantum entanglement. The people around you are your you know, your base of support, are very important to you. So you're going to be leaning on those people. And again, there may be people who fall by the wayside you're just outgrowing. And that's, you know, that's part of life. It doesn't mean you have to end a relationship bitter. You know, go with God. Just, this is not working for us, but I still respect you. I still care for you. If I loved you once, I'll love you always. But things have to move on. But those people that are in your corner, you know, value those people because they're there for you. Okay? What is coming in to teach you? And this is where the lessons are. And some people would call it crossing you or vexing you. I try to use more positive terminology. So teaching, lessons, that's where we are. This is what this channel is about, is moving through pain to find, you know, the healing behind the pain. Okay, good. So what's going to come in to teach you is the arguments, the clashes. Debate can actually bring about a lot of knowledge if you allow it to. If you take your ego out and you just listen to what the other person says, you can avoid a lot of the confrontations, but you can also learn a lot, okay? So you've got the 4 of Swords, which is the rest period, and then the 5 of Swords, which is the Ace of Swords, right? So again, when you are in balance with your emotions, your mind, and your heart, and all of that, when someone comes up with a difference of opinion, you are not going to feel that offended. You're going to find the message in the swords. Okay? That's the way I read that card. It's going to require some patience. Patience isn't always our easiest thing. We like things quick and now and fast. But with the Temperance card, you need to trust your intuition. Trust that this is in control, universal control. And even though the times might not be feeling so great, things might be moving in a direction or slower than you would like them to, having that trust in the universe that things are going in your favor will help you a lot. King of Pentacles. So this is solid, firm foundation. Knowing where you're feeling most solid in your life, you know, where there is less conflict, where there is more flow. This is a sign that this is where you need to be focusing your energy. Okay, so this is what's coming in to teach you. So if you're not feeling stable and you're secure in your situation right now, find your stability. However, whatever, however that works for you, you need to find a place of stability. Okay? Overall energy, please. Overall energy, please. Thank you. Oh, got some cards drop. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So we have Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Again, this is about the Pentacles represent our tangible world. It can be money, it can be our house, it can be our car, it can be our anything in the physical realm is represented by the Pentacles or coins. So we're seeing a new beginning financially. This is an overall, either a new job has become in or a new inspiration has come in that is good for making money or securing your home. We also have the Seven of Cups, which is going to talk about looking at the different options that you have. Where do you want to put your efforts? What is going to bring you the most joy? Because where there's joy, there's abundance. And it might seem crazy to follow a dream that everyone says is, not worth it, or, oh, you need to make money now, you need to do this, but your heart is set on one area. Follow those areas. Not everyone's going to agree with you, but this is where you have to stand your ground. You said back in here with that help pile there, standing your ground, finding your balance, knowing yourself. Okay? The biggest caveat that you have is your own internal monologue. It's not what everyone else says. I mean, we do take those things to heart sometimes when we shouldn't. The trick is to love everyone. I don't give a fuck what they say. Learn if it's something valuable to you, but if it's something that is there to break you down, make you feel bad, make you feel defeated, that is not there to serve you. Do not take the harsh words of others to your brain, to your heart. This is also a 10, which means if you have been in that state, this is over. This is ending. 10s are endings. Okay, so these, as you can see, it's she's not being touched by the swords. They're not even piercing her aura. It's just it's in her mind that she feels this confliction. Okay? We have the Ace of Pentacles twice. So yes, this is just justification or validation that whatever financial endeavors you're on are going to be successful. Materialism. This is, in this deck, this is like the Devil card. This is toxic, something toxic around you that needs to be addressed. Now, it could be addiction. This is a judgment-free zone here. Anyone can talk about whatever. There can be physical addictions. It can just be toxic behaviors or repeating behaviors that have become toxic. So these two cards I see as coming away from. And most of these toxic behaviors are self-induced, just so you know. But that is the reading for, I'm going to say this is going to be the month of March. Time is fluid and my readings are timeless. So whenever you get this message or see this message, just know that this is for the collective. It's an energetic reading. I will do these once a month. We also have a Virgo full moon coming up, so I will be doing a full moon reading as well, probably tonight. And, just give me some feedback. What are you interested in seeing on the channel? And I will be glad to, incorporate that. Thank you so much. Have a great day.